Human connection is very important. It's important in my personal life, of course with my family and my friends, and it's important in my business life as well. Human connection leads to relationships. Relationships are built off of trust. And again, when it's built off of trust, bad relationships, of course there's no trust that exists. Good relationships, you've got a big trust bank that's been built where you're reliable. You're doing what you're saying you're doing. With life nowadays, you're pulled in so many different directions that it's tough to sometimes stay in the moment. With family, raising 2 beautiful daughters, it's one of those things that I like to try my best to basically be in the moment as much as possible when I'm with them. I like to be at home, hanging out with the family, watching some movies. I love to cook, so cooking is one of those things that's relaxing for me. Taking ingredients in the cabinet and basically putting together a delicious meal. I like relaxing. Because again, sometimes work can be stressful, and it's one of those where, again, if you have the safe place, and that's what we try to build at home, an area for our family where they can just relax, be themselves, be safe, and have a good time. You need balance in life. Our phones are almost sewed to our hips or connected to us nowadays. It's one of those where it can be tough to get away from, especially when you want to spend some family time. There's the fear of potentially missing some business. There's the fear of course, missing out on something when it comes to business, or not getting a client an answer when you wanted to, because I always like to maintain that high level of professionalism. So yeah, it can be definitely sometimes hard to turn off. Of course, having the family, it's one of those where, again, I want to be there for them. I want to experience art classes, theater productions, anything that they're doing, I want to have the opportunity, and that's what's nice about being a realtor as well, is we set our own schedules. Getting back to the spectrum, you can be a full-time realtor, which I am, but also at the same time, if there is something important, I can take the time to make sure that I'm there. There's no boss that I've got to talk to say, hey, I need some time off to go to my kid's recital. My strongest blessing would be my family, because they are there for me. They see when, of course, I have my victories. They also see when I've got my defeats, and they're there to support me in those victories and defeats. Having somebody to share your successes and celebrate, see their smiling faces. If I didn't have someone to share it with, what would it be worth? My name is Chris Fredrickson, and this is my tale of connection.